as a child, you cannot support what you don't, you cannot like what you don't like. Right. But you can play games and you're super influenced by other children. And this is what's happening to us right now. We think we're so rational. This is what kills me a lot of the time, especially when I look at like what's happening with how people, how all of us, we get so aggravated and passionately arguing and willing to kill each other for politics and all that. And we don't realize that all of this too is a certain kind of game that we're playing that is constantly being fueled and is being, pushed and orchestrated. And there is so much social influence and media influence and this climate of that is controlling this game and shaping this game. And what you get as a result is this divisive kind of mentality that we have. But if we played a different kind of game, a game that said, yes, we're different from each other, but you know what? The heroes are those who manage to work on their sense of interdependence, on their sense of mutual completion, on the understanding, back to your parents, Seth, that you can't divorce from humanity.
What happens when children learn? Children are not going out to learn with their mind. The first thing a child does is an action, and then the thought follows it. The mind behind it follows it. The parent takes the child and does something with them. And then the child later understands how it all works. With the child, there's always this kind of action that precedes the understanding, right? It's kind of how nature develops the kid. Like the kid drives the pretend car, and no parent says, "You're such a little dummy."
Right.
That's not a real car. The kid's like sitting there like, "I'm hammering too." You're like, "No, you little idiot. That's just a pen. That's not a hammer." You never do that.
Yeah.
No good parent would ever do that. You allow the child to kind of do an action before the mind fully gets it. Why? Because a child doesn't have the mind of an adult yet, but the child can behave the way the upper level behaves, even though the mind doesn't get it yet. Why? Because the child can't figure out, the mind can't attain it yet.
Oh, okay. Okay. So taking this line of thought forward, what we need to do is start playing. We're playing the wrong game. That's the whole thing that's happening here. We're playing the wrong game. And modern politics, the way it is right now, perpetuates the wrong game because it was built, hundreds of years ago. The U.S. Constitution, I can't remember, one of the comedians said it right. Like the U.S. Constitution was written in a time when they wrote with feathers. It's like, is it really? Not that, I'm not disregarding now anything that's laws or in the Constitution or whatever it is, but I'm just saying we are advancing, we are evolving, and a part of evolution is playing the next level of where we need to be, even though we are not there yet. So there's one thing that we need to recognize to start playing the right game, just one thing, that we depend on each other. That's it. That's it. You can't make the other side disappear. That's the bottom line. You just can't. You got to live with them.